Lashes on.
Better have my money. Bitch, suck some dick. And that bitch get slick. I'll cut the bitch. What you want? Bitch, fuck the bitch. Bitch, get slick. Bitch, give me your money. Bitch, suck some dick. And that bitch get slick. I'll cut the bitch. I'll cut up.
Okay. Hey YouTube. Okay, so it's been a minute. To sum it up, y'all, I have been struggling. Okay, look, I ain't even gonna try to sit here and make it seem like a bitch been living in lavish and I ain't had no. A bitch has been. I've been going through it. Okay, so this quarantine has been stopping a lot of moves for me, but it's okay. I've picked up a second job, trying to get a third. I started my own lash business, which you just saw in the beginning of the video. This is my brand, Dripset Beauty. These are the lash style poppin' shit. The website and the Instagram will be in the description box below. I like to test out my product before I sell it. Y'all, these are cute. And I thought they were 25s. I thought they were 22s. No, I thought they were 22s. And I want to get 25s. But these are actually 16s. And for these to be 16s, these are actually like super cute lashes. So they're $14.99. Right now I'm having a deal. If you buy 3 lashes, doesn't matter which 3, you can buy 3 of the same pair. It's up to you. You buy 3, you get 15% off your whole order, okay? I'm also gonna be giving like a little story time, because why not, you know? Let me go back. Okay. Alright, look, again, so this is my lash brand, Dripset Beauty. I have 4 styles of lashes. I have a pair on called Poppin' Shit. There's also Sugar, there is Royalty, and there is Hood and Bougie. Okay, now these 4 lash styles will not be the only lash styles. These are the only lashes that I have right now. They're 16mm, they're mink, and they can be worn 25 plus times. I have worn these probably about 10 or 11, probably more. I've worn them to work for a full week straight before. These are my favorite. Like, these are so cute. These, and Sugar's cute too, no cap. My lashes are $14.99. On my website right now, if you buy 3, you get 15% off your whole order. I'm also going to be having some shades come in soon. I'm also going to be having... Why am I stuttering? This is not cute. I'm also going to be having...
Are you mad?
Sunglasses and shades come in soon too. So be on the lookout for that. I will leave the Instagram to my business and also the website to my business down below. Shipping is available. This is my packaging. It's a little black girl. That's whoever is out there. She's great. But more and more products will be coming soon. Also going to be giving a story time because I need some content on my YouTube and I haven't been making enough money to provide the content that I've been wanting to provide. So it's cool. But for the most part, I've been working. I've been looking for more, like, you know, more money to come to me. I've been looking for more jobs. So far I only have 2. I actually have orientation for the second one tomorrow. The way my humor is set up, I don't know if I should vlog because I be doing some crazy shit throughout the day. But and plus I'm gonna be doing that much shit anyway. I'm really a boring bitch. I'm lonely. Ooh, damn. But But yeah, so today's story time is going to be about how I fought my sister slash best friend slash my homie, my road dog. Okay, so this story takes place when I was in my sophomore year of high school. Okay, I was basically new to the school that I went to. I went to Banneker High School in Atlanta. Shout out to everybody who know me from there. Hey y'all, love y'all. Anyways, so pretty much I was new to the school. I was getting used to being around everybody. I was still shy, I was still timid. I didn't really link on to anybody like that. But around October, this girl came to our school and she had first period with me on our B days, which was nursing. So she But she came to our school in like October, and she had first period with me. She came in there and she was light skinned, she had braces, she had brown eyes. I'm going to name her Miracle. Okay, so I'm not even too sure on how this. How did we become friends? I really don't remember how we became friends specifically. I think we just kind of started like talking, or no, I remember. Okay, so pretty much one day we had to do like a partner thing, and the teacher paired me and her together, or like we was next to each other, and I started asking her questions like, okay, you're new, like where you from? She was like, yeah, I'm from California. I'm like, girl, me too, like what part? You know, we started chopping it up. So from there on, we kind of discovered that we had like one mutual friend, which was I don't know if she was to mention her name. I'm still friends with this bitch to this day. Let me call her Apple. I'm gonna name her Apple. So Apple was kind of like our mutual friend. The way I became friends with Apple was me and her had Spanish class together, and she saw me sitting next to this weird, she wasn't weird, she was just different. She saw me sitting next to this girl, and she told me to come here, and she was like, oh girl, you pretty, come sit next to me. I was like, okay, you know, it's cool. So that's kind of how me and Apple's little story began. She was like, bitch, you're pretty, come sit next to me, you're my friend. I was like, okay, cool, like we're here. So Apple was me and Miracle's like mutual friend. So us three started hanging out, but of course because Miracle and I had a little more in common and we kind of talked more than me and Apple did, I kind of gravitated towards towards her more. And we started FaceTiming outside of school. We never hung out yet, but like probably after 2 weeks of us being cool, one day she FaceTimed me and she was like, hey mom, this is Rose, like this is my friend. And I met her mom and we was talking, and her mom and Miracle asked if I wanted to come to Savannah with them for Halloween that weekend. I was like, yeah, like let me ask my mom. So I put my mom on FaceTime. Our mom started chopping it up. You know, boom, it was solid. That was me and Miracle's first thing that we did together. We went to Savannah. She told me some secrets. She told me stuff like she thought she was pregnant by her first love, and she told me about her relationship with her mom. Like she was really making me think that we was like cool. Like, you trust me enough to tell me stuff like this? Okay, cool. I could trust you enough to tell you, you know, whatever. So that kind of made me feel like, okay, she's cool, she's trustworthy, she trusted me to tell me stuff like this. Boom. So we got back to school. We were still being friends, but we were still being cool. And at this point, people started realizing me, like they started noticing me more because of her, because she went to elementary with the people that we went to school with, so they knew her from then. No, not elementary, middle school. She went to middle school with them, so they knew her from then. They was like, oh, you're cool with Miracle, okay, cool, like da. And no one knew my first name, so they was just calling me Rose. So me and Miracle became like super close, I guess you can say. And she started calling me her sister. Like people started saying that me and her look alike because we were both light skinned, both of us was thick. I had green eyes, she had brown eyes. So it was, you know, at the time I was okay with it. I was like, okay, cool, like you're like my sister, like we're sisters. Everybody was like, are y'all sisters or something? Because both of y'all from California. We was like, yeah. People really believed it. So time's going on, and I think probably like mid-November hit, and that's when I started noticing some like weird shit about her. Okay, so pretty much like the very first incident that we had, me and her kind of like had a disagreement, and I was just like, okay bitch, like the fuck, I don't really care, like it's not that deep. Cause look, I don't like to fight, but if I have to, I will, but I will try my hardest to keep from fighting. So whenever I get into it with people, I'm just like, okay. So she got upset or whatever, and she was running her mouth talking about me. But I didn't know at the time like that she was running her mouth talking about me. So like maybe after like 2-3 days, we had a B day again. She came into class and she was like, hey, and I was like, hey. Like, so we just nipped it in the bud. We was like, okay, cool. So in my head, without me knowing that she was talking shit, I'm like, okay, like this is really my friend. Like if we can argue and we can bounce back after a few days, then you my friend. Like, bitch, ain't no way you finna be my friend and we argue and you can't just be like, okay, the fuck, and I'm still your friend. You feel me? And plus what we argued about was something stupid. I don't even remember what it was that we really argued about. It was something dumb, retarded. So boom, the next week something else happened again, and it was just like, okay, she's doing it. This time she did it again. She got mad, she didn't want to talk. I was like, okay, I don't care. But this time it was on a B day again. My fourth period, there was this girl named, let me figure out a name for her, Keisha. This girl named Keisha. I didn't talk to nobody in my fourth period. Like my fourth period was my rowdiest period. Like we had English, everybody in the class was loud, it was funny as hell, and I was new still, so I didn't really talk, but I loved that class. So Keisha came up to me and she was like, you Rose? I said, yeah, why? And I'm over here thinking she finna say something like somebody told me you was talking about me, because I was ready to be like, bitch, I don't even know you. But she was like, yeah, that girl Miracle, she is not your friend. She was just sitting up in my last period airing out all your business. And when she said that, she mean like, she was telling people stuff about my mom. She was telling people like, I'm poor, I'm broke, because at the time, we didn't have no furniture in our house. Like we just moved from a whole different state. We had to wait till my mama got her taxes to furniture up the whole house. Like there was no, we had air mattresses and there was nothing in the living room. And I was okay with that, because look, nigga, we had a house. I didn't care about no furniture. We had a roof over our heads. I didn't give a fuck. So when she said that, I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I was like, thank you for telling me. And in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna stop being this bitch friend. Like, she weird. But, you know, of course, me being all forgiving and shit, I was just like, fuck it, it's okay. So after maybe a week or so of us not talking, we became cool again. Y'all, okay. So when we became cool again, I was going through some stuff with my boyfriend at the time, like some real deep stuff. That's a whole nother story time, okay? That's a whole nother story time. So this bitch being my friend and me going, like, this the only girl house that I've been to, like, this the only bitch that I'm really this cool with. It was during Christmas break. I found out some stuff. I was at her house. I was like, she was with me dealing with the stuff that I was going through with my boyfriend. And bitch, like, I really, when she was helping me out during this moment and this moment of grief with me, I was just like, okay, like, you really are my friend. Like, I didn't tell nobody else. The only people who knew what was going on with me was my step team, and that's because they could see my energy changing, like, during practice and stuff. Like, you know, my coach asked me, I had this girl named, that's not her real name, but her name was Tiki. Tiki was so sweet, y'all. But Tiki, she was asking me what was wrong. Like, everybody on the team was asking me what was wrong. And around this time, I made more friends, but I didn't trust nobody like that. Like how much I trusted Miracle. So, boom. Once I got done dealing with the stuff with my boyfriend, I started trying to, like, talk to other dudes to get over him. And I was going out on dates and, you know, being treated nicely or whatever. And then out of nowhere, this bitch literally was getting mad for me breathing. For me breathing, like, dead ass. Like, she would just get mad out of nowhere and just not like me. And I'm just like, okay, bitch, like, I didn't do nothing, so I'm gonna let you have your attitude. and I'm gonna be over here minding my business. And she would be running her mouth telling people I'm a hoe, or I did this in the bushes, I was sucking chicken in somebody's car. Like, she was just saying so much stuff about me, and I did not know. Like, and you know, at the time, I was trying to figure out why no boys from our school was trying to talk to me, because literally all the dudes that I dealt with, not all the dudes, but the dudes that I dealt with at the time, they didn't go to school with us. Like, they were outside of school. Like, they didn't, because no one at school wanted to talk to me. Like, and I thought it was because the boyfriend that I had, because he was well known and he was a gangbanger. So I was just like, they don't want to fool me because that nigga crazy, which he was. But y'all, she was literally telling people I was a hoe. Like, whenever she started talking to a nigga, she was like telling them like, yeah, she a hoe, like like, you should talk to me, like. And I had no idea, no idea that this bitch was doing this shit to me. Like, cause truth be told, she was doing, like, the rumors that she was saying about me was stuff that she really did, and that's later on in the story. So pretty much as I'm dating dudes and stuff, like, she's dating too, and at this time, like, she had some issues with her mom, so she was staying in my house. Like, basically, she took a shower in the same shower that I did. She wore some of my clothes. She had some of my accessories. Look. Okay, where was I? So yeah, she was having some issues with her mom, and she started staying with me. And at first, she was staying with this boy, and she didn't have no clothes. She wasn't taking a shower at his house. Like, it was a girl at my school that we was cool with. I'm gonna name her Michelle. Michelle was like, yeah, she ran away from home. She not taking, like, I went to go see her. She doesn't smell good. Like, she was talking about this girl, and I was just like, why don't you let her stay with you? Like, if she's going through it. And I felt bad for her, because it's like, bitch, you at some nigga house. Like, you're not even coming to school because you at this nigga house and you're not taking showers. Like, I asked my mama, like, can she come stay with us? So she said, yeah. So at first, she just came to my house. She took a shower. I let her, I had like some new pair, they weren't new. She didn't take some new ones. Let me not even try to save the bitch. She took a pair of my panties, okay? She took a pair of my panties. She took some of my clothes. And I didn't know about the panties until I was looking for them hoes. I was like, okay. But she took it and she left her yeast infection cream. Now, the dude that she was staying with was one of her little hoes at the time, and it was well known that she was fucking on him. So I'm like, oh, you fucking on him with a yeast infection? But because that was my friend, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna save this for you. I put it in my underwear drawer and I tucked it so my mama wouldn't see it if she went in my room. Like, you know, I didn't want the girl to be embarrassed. I was just like, okay. So after that week, she came back to my house, and she was, after like 2 days, I remembered the cream, and I was like, yeah, you left this, like, here, like, take it. I didn't keep no evidence of the cream, like, at all whatsoever. So while I'm dating dudes, not dudes, like, in that time I probably went only like 3 dates with 2 different dudes, like, but my mama was keeping count, baby. Look, let me tell y'all about her. She was having dudes in and out my house, like, constantly. And my ex-dude lived across the street, so him not knowing, he thought the dudes were for me, which, of course, he wasn't talking, so of course I know why he would assume that. But it was dudes coming to my house in the morning, at night. My mama said one day she woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and our door was open, like she was waiting for somebody to come in, and she was asleep on the couch. We found a pair. She went to sleep with a pair of my shorts on. Well, she took a shower and put on a pair of my shorts. And the next, maybe like a week later, her mom was over, and we went in the garage and we found those shorts in the garage. Like, you know how you take your pants off and you leave it on the floor for a second, that in that position they was like that. And my mama remembers her wearing those shorts. So that means she fucked in my garage. In total, my mom said she counted probably 11 dudes, and the girl only stayed with us for two months. 11 dudes, y'all. 11 dudes. I wasn't even keeping count, because there was times where the bitch pissed me off and I was mad that she was even in my house, and I didn't give a fuck who she had downstairs. I was like, bitch, you stay downstairs, I'm upstairs, leave me alone. I'm playing my music. My little speaker had like a little disco ball. I was in there vibing, okay, bitch. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care about this bitch. So But in between those 2 months, me and my ex dude, we was kicking it still. We was like cooling. We was, you know, we was together. We wasn't together, we was cooling. And at the time, I did have a boyfriend. And you know, I was young as hell, so I really wasn't thinking about it. I didn't really like this boyfriend either. He tried kissing me in the hallway, and it was nasty. Like, I didn't like it. Like, his fucking saliva was thick or some shit. It was weird. Like, you know how you eat Starburst and you get that thick spit? His spit was like that without the Starburst. And I'm just like, what the fuck? It was nasty. And I was planning on breaking up with that bitch anyway. But yeah, so she randomly caught a fucking attitude and started telling this nigga like, oh, don't you have a boyfriend? Like, you sitting up here laid up with this nigga and you got a boyfriend? I'm just like, why are you sitting there lying? In my head, I'm like, bitch, you ain't shit. So I'm trying to relax and be as calm as possible so this nigga will really believe like she's lying. Y'all, she literally, like, I was just like, okay, y'all, can y'all go real quick? Because it was my ex dude and his friend. So I was just like, yeah, can y'all go? Because she's having issues. And when they left, I was like, bro, why the fuck would you even do that? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, it's not nobody's business to know anything. Like, the fuck? Like, you know, like, I was just like, bitch, you is bogus. Like, for real. Like, you are really bum. Because, bitch, you got boyfriends. And they be on FaceTime, and I don't even be telling you that they be kicking me, talking about some damn you fine, ain't you miracle sister? Like, the fuck? Like, she was still involved with her first love that I mentioned earlier, and we're gonna mention him later too. I'm gonna give him a name. We're gonna call him Cecil, okay? Cecil, the first love, right? Every time they was on the phone, I was being a bitch. I was being a pussy. I was crying about my ex-boyfriend. I was like, oh my god, he hurt me. But he don't love me. He don't love me no more.
We try.
He don't love me no more.
Now it's too late.
Oh my god, he don't love me no more.
All that, okay? So, okay, so she finally, after these 2 months of this, like this consistent, her bringing dudes in and out, her getting mad, her telling people I'm a hoe, her telling my business. Okay, cool. I don't even remember. Okay, so January hits. She's back home. We still cool. We still talking. We get back to school. And then here I see messy ass Miracle. And the other girls we was cool with. And I see this little new petite girl. I'm like, who is this? Well, I didn't say who is this out loud, but that's what I was thinking in my head. So, what I named her earlier? Dang, the mutual friend from earlier. I forgot what I named her. We're just gonna call her Michaela. We switching her name, Michaela. I'm gonna edit that in there. Okay. But Michaela, she was like, oh yeah, this is Rose. This is what I was telling you about. I said, huh? I'm like, what about Rose? She was like, oh yeah, I'm Nene. I'm like, hey Nene, like, yeah, da-da-da-da. And Miracle's just like, yeah, this Marco's new girlfriend. Marco's the ex that I've been talking about. I said, huh? ¿Por qué? New girlfriend? And I played the fool. I was like, oh, okay. So y'all talking. That's cute. Boom, boom, boom. So keep in mind, he stayed across the street from me. So as soon as I got home, I was like, okay, so you talking to so-and-so. Like, that's cute. That's cool. So Miracle wanted to be her best friend. Like, Miracle in the hallway with her. They talking, they kikiing. And she's supposed to still be my friend, right? Of course, she being messy. But I didn't really care about none of that. I didn't have nothing against the girl because it's like, you don't know, you're new here, so I'm gonna let you slide. It's cool. Like, what I really did was I took his bitch. Like, me and her kissed in front of him and everything. But that's, like I said, that's another story time. But so basically, like, me and Miracle spent our friendship in this endless cycle. Like, we cool, she get mad about something or nothing, start talking shit about me, I'm just like, whatever.
It was more of a like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Whatever, and then we're cool again. Like, it was this whole little endless cycle. So my breaking point was during May. like, this is after my birthday in March. Like, I treated me and her out to Red Lobster. I paid for everything for my birthday. Like, you feel me? Like, me and her, I was really friends with this girl. Like, for real, for real. So my breaking point was in May. April-ish. April. Because we ended the school year early in May. So it was like in April after my birthday and stuff. Pretty much, like, I stopped talking to Marco. Like, I thought I was completely done. I was just like, yeah, I'm cool off you. Like, I'm done with it. I'm okay. We're okay. Like, you do your thing across the street, I'm gonna do my thing across the street. And so I had a boyfriend. And I had a friend that stayed in that boyfriend's neighborhood, and I was sleeping over at her house. And the dude from earlier that I said I was dating with the thick spit, he stayed in that neighborhood too. Okay, so he was like mad that I was dating the dude, and he was being messy, and he was talking to Miracle and all this stuff. And Miracle was supposed to be my friend at the time. So Miracle was really just being messy. A Miracle messy ass hoe. Okay, she was being really fucking messy. Pretty much what was going on was, like, she made it seem like, okay, so her and the ex dude with the thick spit, they created this facade basically saying, like, I was sleeping over at dude's house, like, and I let him smash or whatever. And and dudes, look, and I was just like, okay, y'all don't know what really went down. It's cool, it's whatever. And I did sleep over at his house one night, but I wasn't sleeping over like the whole time I was there. I was there for the whole week, and I slept over at Shorty house. So pretty much, like, his ex-girlfriends came to the neighborhood and tried to fight me or whatever. And I was like, not ex-girlfriends, his ex-girlfriend and her sisters tried to come there and fight me. And I'm just like, bitch, what's up? Like, da-da-da-da. And I was gonna fight, but I was like, I'm not gonna get jumped. So I tried calling Miracle and shit, and she wasn't really trying to come help me. And I was like, okay, bitch. So I didn't fight. Dude randomly just, like, got an attitude, and, like, he literally put my, like, the stuff that I did have at his house, he put to the girl's house. And I was like, okay, cool, like, whatever. We broke up that day. And when I was talking to Miracle about it, she, like, was being rude as fuck. Like, she was just like, well, maybe you shouldn't do this no more, and da-da-da-da. And I hung up the phone with her, and the ex-dude was talking about, yeah, she planned on fighting you. I said, who? He said, Miracle. I said, why Miracle trying to fight me? He like, she think you a hoe, and da-da-da-da-da. And she really was running, like, she been telling people this, and she been doing this, and I been da-da. And so I texted her, and I said, okay, look, shorty, you've been doing this whole thing this whole time. I'm like, you really think that the friends that you got is your friends? They told me to send your ass to jail when you ran away from your mama house. One of them don't want to be your best friend, but she feel like she's stuck. She low-key scared of you. Like, bitch, if I'm such a hoe, stop being my fucking friend. Let me be a hoe by myself. Like, I was really just like, stop talking to me. Like, just don't be my friend no more. So then she put me in a group chat. She had Michaela, she had her best friend, and probably another bitch in there, like, really just talking about some, yeah, we're gonna beat you up, and da-da-da-da-da, and la-la-la-la. And I'm just like, okay, like, and the messages, I'm like, bro, you really doing too much. Like, why the fuck is you trying to fight me? Because I don't want to be your friend no more. Like, bitch, you're delusional. Like, boom. So it was on a Sunday, and I went home. My mama came and got me. And ironically, no, I called my mama before she came and got me, and I told her, I was like, Miracle trying to fight me. She really doing the most, and da-da-da. So my mama came and got me. And when we got back to my house, Miracle's mom was there, because my mom and Miracle's mom was like this. And I love Miracle's mom. I will always love her mom. Shout out to you, because you know this story. Shout out to you, because I love you. So Miracle's mom was there, and then she left for a little bit, and she didn't know nothing about the situation. So she came back, and Miracle and her best friend was in my house. I didn't know, because I was upstairs telling my mama what happened. Bitch, they came upstairs. They leaning against the door like this, right? My mama said, do either of you want to fight my daughter? They said, no. My mama asked again. She said, if any of you guys want to fight my baby, y'all need to do it here right now instead of going to school tomorrow and doing it. Miracle looking at me like this. Best friend just sitting there. And I'm really just irritated, because I'm like, the fuck? Them bitches said, no, we don't want to fight. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's okay. Y'all, we get to school. That Monday, the next day, we had a B-day. So you know what that meant. We had first period together. The bitch texted me and my phone was like, I still want to fight you, so be ready. So I said, okay. I went to school with my KDs on. I went to school with some sweatpants. I don't even know what shirt I had on, but I know my ponytail was not done. And I was ready. I was waiting for her in that cafeteria. I didn't even bring no school stuff. I was just like, I know I'm gonna get kicked out of school today, so let me not bring. No, I did bring school stuff. I did, because I was like, it's cool. I did bring some school stuff. So she didn't show up to that cafeteria. So I was like, okay, like the bitch obviously not gonna be here. So I relaxed a little bit. I wasn't on edge no more. But then here the bitch come walking in first period with my purse and my pair of panties on. Right. So she gonna sit next to me. Like we had like the long tables in nursing. She sat next to me. She said, as she taking her purse off, she just like, I still want to fight, so we can do this in the cafeteria at lunch. I looked at her and I said, why the fuck you want to do it in the cafeteria? Like you right next to me. So we get to arguing. Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, bitch, you're mad because I don't want to be your friend no more. Like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck I said. Where I was just like, you calling me a hoe? She said, because bitch, you are a hoe. I said, bitch, how am I a hoe when dick and braces got more in common with your mouth than spit do? Because I know your body count. I know what you be doing. Let's talk about that. So at this point, I'm tired. We start standing up. We arguing. Everybody in the class confused because first off, like I said, I don't fight. I'm really quiet. I'm really cool. I am the sweetest person. I like to diffuse situations. I don't cause them. So people in the and plus everybody thought me and this bitch was sisters. So they confused. Everybody trying to calm the situation down. I hear oh my God, I feel so. Miss McKinney, I'm so sorry that I fought in your class. I was supposed to give you a gift before you retired. I was like, I'm gonna go to the Christian shop and get you like some little things, but I didn't. I was broke. I'm sorry. But hold on. Ooh. Okay. So we start standing up, and I really don't remember where the first swing came from. I think I swung at her first. I think I threw it here first because I just got irritated. And we got to fighting. And I had that hoe, no cap. I had that hoe. The bitch started pulling my hair, and she had on some little cheap weed from the beauty supply store. So, I said, rap, bitch, I wrapped that shit because you're not gonna pull my hair and think your hair not gonna get pulled back. So I had her hair in my hand. That shit was in my grip. That shit was in my grip. So while we was fighting, it was this Pisces, I'm gonna call her Pisces. So it was this Pisces girl that I really liked, and she was a big girl. Like Pisces wasn't like, she was a big girl. Like she was probably like one of the biggest girls, one of the three biggest. We had 3 girls that was like big in the school. She was probably like number 3. No, she was number 2. But she was really sweet. She had short hair. She was a very sweet soul. Like I love her. She's still sweet to this day. I follow her on Instagram. But she tried to pull me off of her. And while she was pulling me off of her, because I was moving so much, she dropped me. So I fell. And Shorty was still standing up, right? And she tried to kick me in my face. She tried to kick me, and then she reached down and tried to dig her nails in my face. Like, I don't know if y'all see like this little dent. The bitch scratched my eyebrow. So but I had my KD in her chin like this, so she couldn't really do much. So she didn't really get no licks in. But I got up, and I'm mad as fuck because they didn't keep me in the class. They pushed me on the outside of the class, and she dumped all my stuff out my book bag. She ripped some of my homework. She ripped like some of my papers out my notebook. Cause y'all, I was like a brainiac. Like all my classes, all my shit was organized. I had my notes. I was smart as fuck. Probably, I think that year my lowest grade was an 86, and I was in nursing. Like y'all, my grades was A1. So the bitch was hating, and I was mad as fuck because I'm like, bitch, y'all locked me in here when I really could have got my purse back. I wanted my purse, but it's okay. So the assistant principal come get us, and he's like, "You fighting?" And I said, "Bro, she had me fucked up, bro. Like, cause like I said, everybody knew who Rose was. They didn't know the true Rose, but they knew who I was. And for the most part, everybody knew I was sweet and I was to myself. Like, when y'all see me in the hallway, I was going to class. I barely stopped and talked to anybody. I was zooming to class. So my assistant principal was like, "You the one fighting?" So he took me to the office. They grabbed her or whatever, and they put me into the sack room for a second. And this is where Apple FaceTimed me. She said, "Did y'all fight?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Okay, bitch, I'm finna come." So she came and we was talking, and our time ran out. So she went back to class, and the assistant principal came and got me so we can go talk in the office or whatever. And while I'm on the way to the office, I see that bitch again. And she said, "There that hoe go." I said, "Bitch, fuck you." And she said something inappropriate. Like I said, this will be a part of another story time. And the ruthlessness in me was not quite developed, because I could have said her grandmama, because during our friendship, her grandmother passed away, and I was there for that bitch. I was there for her when her granny passed. Fuck you. But yeah, but I didn't let that happen. So boom, my mama came and got me, and guess who was with her? Miracle's mama. And guess what, me and Miracle's mama was like, "Oh my god, did you guys fight?" And I was like, "Yeah," but she went and got, you know, Miracle. So I went home, and at the time my godmama was my ex-boyfriend's sister. So she came across the street. She was like, "Pooh, did y'all fight?" She said, "What happened?" I told her. And when I told Miracle's mom and my godmama during the fight that she tried to scratch me, her own mama said, "Yeah, she's jealous of you. Like, she tried to scratch your face because she's jealous of you. I always thought she was jealous of you." How your own mama think you jealous of me, bitch? You're bitter. You're bitter. And at the time we was both broke, so I'm not gonna say that. But you were bitter. Anyways, so bitch, I went to Wingstop after that fight. I didn't have a scratch on my face. My nose did bleed a little bit, but that's because she kicked me in my face. No cap. She got a lick in with that foot. But I don't know what the fuck she looked like after. I just know when she came back to school after us being suspended, we had finals. And the hoe didn't have that weave in her head no more. And I was only suspended for like 4 days. She was suspended for a whole week because she had a record and I didn't. And plus, like I said, everybody knew I was a sweetheart. But after we fought, I was just like, fuck that hoe. And like I said, my ruthlessness wasn't developed, because if I was how I am now, then every time I seen that hoe, it would have been on sight, no cap. Because like, bitch, you put me through a lot. I thought you was my friend and you wasn't. You really was the one who betrayed me the most. And I really would have whooped her ass for that. Like, cause it's like, my love is a different kind of love. Like, if I love you, if you're my fucking friend, bitch, that's different. But we're gonna talk about that later. So we went through finals. I got 100 on my test. Okay, cool. Like, boom, everything was cool. During the summer, my brother passed away. The day after my brother passed away, this bitch pulled up with her mother's car and her best friend. And she was trying to be cool with me. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I heard about your brother. My mom told me. I took her car and came over here immediately. And I'm in the middle of grief, bro. So, of course, I was a little soft. But then again, my senses was like, why the fuck are you here? Like, bitch, we not friends. I don't need no support from you. So I cried a little bit. She kept asking me questions. I wasn't saying shit. Because, like, bitch, I don't trust you to tell you nothing. So after like maybe an hour of her being over there, we walked outside. And my neighbor that she used to fuck with, that was one of the 11, came outside with us. And he was like, Rose, are you okay? Like, da-da-da-da. And I kind of snapped. And I said, what the fuck was the point of you even fighting me? She was like, I really didn't have a reason. And I went the fuck off on her. Like, I was so much in grief. And I was so numb in the moment that I really don't even remember all of what I said. But I basically was just like, bitch, I was really your friend. The friends that you surround yourself with right now, them hoes was telling me to send you to jail. They was talking shit about you behind your back. Bitch, I was the only friend that you had, and you did that shit to me. Like, fuck you. Like, for real. Once I got done telling her that shit and I told her goodbye, my neighbor was like, I'm proud of you. Like, you did your shit. Boom. And to this day, like, sometimes she texts me, sometimes like I'll try to I keep it copacetic or whatever, but I will never be that bitch friend again. Like, bitch, you pulled a certain energy out of me that I don't let nobody pull out of me, and I will never forgive you for no shit like that. You done put me through so much shit. You had people at school thinking I was a hoe. A hoe. You had people thinking I was a hoe. And then when we went to junior year, she was no longer at that school. So like, all her niggas, all the niggas that she fucked with at the school started trying to talk to me, and they was just like, bruh, like, I should have never believed Miracle. She was really the hoe. She kept saying that she was the hoe. They was telling me how they let the bitch talk to them for a week, became their girlfriend the next week, and they fucked on her mama couch while her mama was there. They was got fingered there, here and there, let her fucking, like, bro, each one of her niggas was telling me stories about her. And each one of them was like, damn, she really lied to me. She said you was the hoe. And that's not the truth. You really cool as fuck. Da. I'm like, duh. The fuck? I'm like, you can never trust a bitch who'll open her legs as easy as butter spread, baby. You can never trust a bitch like that. Okay? Of course I didn't talk to none of them because still that's cold. Like, bitch, I don't like you, but I'm not gonna fuck with none of your niggas because they probably got something from your nasty ass, but it's okay. It's okay. What she's doing now, I heard she was pregnant. I heard that she tried to start a lash business. I mean, not lash, nail business. Like, she started, self-taught nails or whatever. Don't know where the fuck she is. I quite frankly don't care. She's been in and out of jail a couple times. She didn't graduate. She had to get her GED. What else? Don't know. But look, let me tell you something. Me and Karma, that bitch is my friend. For real, for real. So if you fuck with me, you fuck with Karma, and she's always gonna come back to you. And anytime I do a story time, you guys will notice that when I sum it up. So that's the end of my story. Thank y'all for watching. Hopefully I come back soon. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow me on social media. Make sure you follow my lash business at dripsetbeauty.com. At Dripset Beauty. I love y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.